Hey, oh, better without the cap. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. It's a great sunny day, and it's very late, like 9 a.m. in the morning. It's the same thing, a.m. in the morning. And yeah, welcome for the new episode. So I think the video roller coaster wasn't much appreciated, so I'm just gonna make something stable today. Like there. Hang on. There. Yeah. Right. So I didn't make any video yesterday because I was in a bad mood. Yeah, and I didn't want to share my bad mood. So I wanted to go to a communication workshop in Bondi, down the city. The folks of Authentic Sydney really encourage you to go. It's really a great group. And I wanted to go, and I got stuck in the CBD, and there were no buses to go to Bondi or train. And I got pissed off because I went to the city and it takes a long time, and yeah, I was pissed off. Then I went to bed late and I realized I didn't have a battery on my mobile phone. What? Battery on my mobile phone in the bush? Yeah, but I had to go to an appointment in the morning, so I was scared I wouldn't get up on time. And I woke up in the morning, I finally got up on time, but then there were 2 helicopters patrolling around the park looking for I don't know what, but I was like, they're gonna find me, gonna go to jail, and it's the end of the world. So I didn't make any video. But none of that happened. The tent is still there, and as a compensation I feel great today. I feel fantastic. Yeah, and a part of this is because I'm undergoing a major change in my life. I think I'm solving one of the most major issues I've ever had for like 10 years or so, and we're not gonna talk about this today. Not. Today we're going to talk about something poetic. Today we're going to talk about my very quest in life, and it's the quest of the wild woman. So the wild woman is, I think for me it's a quest in terms of I'm looking for a partner, right? So I'm looking for this half, but it's also a quest of essence, a quest of a concept of the wild woman. How do you define her? How do you find her? Who is she? What does she do? And these kind of things. And I love her. I worship her. I protect her. I want to do all these things. And maybe I'll never find her, and it's fine. And just the quest itself is so pleasant, and it makes me grow. And it's very, I don't know, poetic, very romantic goal, and I love it. So I realized this one day. I was walking to the station, from the station to my place, like a trip I've done 1,000,000 times in my life, and then I realized that all the things I loved, anthropology, survival, women, well, basically things like that, and I all put this together into one concept. Like, the wild woman, that's my thing, that's what I'm into. And since that day, I'm in this quest, and it's great. And I've met a few wild women, and it's crazy all the time. There's crazy connections and stuff, and it always finishes a bit tragically or in a frustrating manner, but it's not frustrating because in the end I grow out of it. So yeah, so I thought I'd tell you, like in the Bible, you got Adam and Eve, and it's I don't know what's the name, foundational myths or something. So I'll tell you what's my foundational myth with the wild woman. So I don't tell stories often, but that's a good story. So when I was a child, my father and I were going often in holidays in the French Ardèche, which is a very wild region, mountainy, kind of, not really mountainy, but very dry, very beautiful, very hot. and we were going to visit one of his old friends in a little house he bought. So we went there, and they started to talk together, and my sister and I started to talk to the kids who were there, so the three sisters, the three daughters, and the son. And so one of the daughters, she was my age. One of the other daughters, she was 2 years younger, and the other daughter, she was really much younger, and the son was the last one. And so we all started to talk, and I had a good connection with the second daughter. Not really the one who was my age for some reason, but the younger one, the second one. And so we started to talk and everything, and I didn't really think about what I was doing. I was just natural that time. I could still be natural with women and not look for things. And so we just drink the fat. And then I like her. And then the afternoon happens, and we go like, oh, okay, let's go for a swim. There's a river, a stream down the garden, which is the garden is basically the mountain and a field of I don't know how many hectares. So they have a swim and stuff. Then everybody goes, oh yeah, okay, alright. And in the end, everybody gets ready, but it's just her and I going for some weird reasons, because of fate. It's just her and I going. And so I was like, okay, fine. So we go there, and we walk down a few hills and stuff, and we reach the pool, which is like you get the natural river, and you get a canyon, and then it makes this natural pool. And then it keeps going on, and it's this wonderful place surrounded by trees and nature, and you're in the heart of the mountain, and there is this stream that's transparent, and we were there, the two of us, and then yeah, so I'm like, wow, that's nice. I was young, but I could realize that was a good moment. And then yeah, so then she gets undressed in a swimsuit. And then I get undressed in swimsuit, and I'm the guy who's never cold. I'm famous to be the guy who's in t-shirt in winter. And so I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna swim. That's gonna be nice. And then she goes first, and she just jumps in the water, and she swims, and she's a mermaid. She's insanely pretty. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna join her. It's gonna be great. And I put my toe in the water, and it's like freezing cold, like 9 degrees or something, like it hurts. So I'm like, okay. So I still wanted to impress her, although she wouldn't have been impressed because she could do it. So I was like, okay, so I go very slowly in the water, and it's like painful, and I look at her, I'm wondering how she does. And in the end, I finally go there, and I can swim, and you know, you put your hand on the water, and it hurts. You get like a bar on the forehead because it hurts. And then I think I tried to play with her, like swim around and stuff like that, and she's not very receptive. Like she's just laughing and stuff, but not very into that. And then I realized, like, wow, I like this girl. And so we get out of the water, and the sun is shining. And it's kind of setting, and it goes on this rock, and so she gets out of the water, and she goes dry on that rock. And I look at her, and I think that's the very moment when I fall in love with her. That's when I look at her on this rock, and she's wet, she's very pretty, and there's the sun on her skin. She got this tan skin, and I think that's now. And so I go there, and I'm a little shy, and I keep a 10 centimeter distance between our two arms so that we're not in contact. And yeah, and we dry this way, or she dries, and I panic or freak out or something because she's just there. And then that's the end of the bath. So we go back to her place, and I'm a bit like woo in the clouds. And yeah. And then her father says, oh, would you mind giving a t-shirt to Dimitri, a dry t-shirt? So the two of us go on the first floor of the house, and then she goes and gives me this t-shirt, and then I'm there, and she's in front of me, and she looks at me and she gives me this t-shirt, and I'm like, thanks. And I kind of freeze and I look at her and I want to kiss her so bad at this moment. And I think it's the first time in my life that I want to kiss her, that I want to kiss someone. And I'm like, thanks. And I look in her eyes and she looks at me, and then I take a deep breath, and she turns around and goes downstairs and goes have fun with the other guys. And it's me with my t-shirt and my eyes, and I'm just like, wow, wow. And that's it. So I think the goal of my life is in every woman to run after her and kiss her to thank her for that t-shirt and that afternoon. I think that's just the very frustration I had in this moment that was transcending at the same time is what I'm running after. And that's my quest. So yeah, so I'm still in contact with her, and she knows I like her. Maybe not that much, or she doesn't know she has such a strong fundamental role in my life. But we've seen each other again. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the story of the wild woman. That's my myth, and I really enjoy it. And I'm grateful for this moment, really. When I think about it, like everything was together in the moment to make something incredible. Yeah, so that's it, the story of the wild woman. So, wow, this thing is burning hot. That's not good. So tomorrow, probably a video about my life is changing, or intention, or things to think about, like Earth is a paradise, stuff like that. Maybe none of this, maybe no video.